Thank you all. To say the least, I'm grateful and humbled to be here at MIT and to speak on augmented reality and how augmented reality is part of a suite of solutions for first responders in our bid to save lives. I represent my own views and opinions. If there's anything that needs correction, please address me personally. I've been a firefighter for 28 years and logged more than 10,000 emergencies. I am a smart first responder geek, and I need help building that set of tools for saving lives through education of public and first responder awareness and during emergency response. Beginning 8 months ago, Cosumnes Fire Department started a SMART concept with progress dependent on generous and needed support of expertise and equipment. To say the least, we're very early in our work. This is Station 74 and a point cloud, a 3D laser scanned point cloud. It, photogrammetry, open source geospatial data systems will be the basis for the multi-sensor fusion. Various sensors can attach to the XYZ coordinates and provide situational awareness for firefighters and citizens alike. In time, our 190,000 citizens will visit this, or will use it to escape from harm. For now, they can visit the station virtually in 3D. Data sets like this of our Station 75 could be sent to us while we were responding to a call. Where needed, we could use remote sensing to capture the 3D data set while we were in the structure and transmit that to responders and commanders. We're early in our work in a 3D sensing prototype helmet. What if citizens chose to use their 3D sensing telephones? Just out over the last few months, available to scan their home if they chose to upload it to the cloud and enable us, if we had permission, to download it to us on the way. We could be intellectually aware of the property before we arrived. The goal is to use it to help citizens, their children, and of course firefighters as they crawl through the thick smoke, searching for a life or attempting to escape a fire, an oxygen-starved fire, in the moments before it goes from this to this. In the past decade, 35,000 Americans have lost their lives in fires in their own home. Before we're safe in bed tonight, we're likely to use another. Before we wake in the morning, likely 2 more. What if they had a 3D app on their phone to help them escape from a fire? What if we combined all the world's 3D data into the best computer game ever, the 3D game of life? We can call it Pokey 911, or I kind of like 911 Go, an application with building information modeling compatible with gaming engines in the name of saving lives. This is our training tower. We'd like to integrate it with the community of open source data and help develop it for various uses. We're looking for help for all citizens in the name of life safety and to help them in the event of an emergency. Last year, the US suffered more than 1,250,000 fires. This is a building information modeling, or BIM, converted to VR application. We can navigate on our smartphones. In a recent tragic fire with dozens of victims, some texted their loved ones to tell them goodbye. What if they had a smart app on their phone? What if the responders on the outside could know those victims' location and life status in 3D? What if the more than 1,000 firefighters and 1,400 law enforcement officers who have fallen in the line of duty in the last decade, what if they had the app? These images are from my fellow firefighters at Cosumnes Fire Department last week. It had been a little damp in our region for a while. You might have seen it on the news. The solution could have helped the crews and the citizens who needed the help connect. Consider more than 90% of our calls are in addition to fire calls. So let's build it for a set of solutions, a multitude. Challenges, all sorts lay ahead. Funding is a significant gap. In my jurisdiction, we run 18,000 calls a year on a budget per citizen of $253. We'll need computing power, an interoperable platform for integrating disparate sensors, The solution must be intuitive, relevant, and fast. Let's build it for the civilian application first. Enable the country's 322 million citizens and the 3.2 billion connected people around the globe to escape harm. Along the way, harden it for the millions of first responders, EMS, law enforcement, and medical and fire. Harden it along the way. It'll need to meet standards and be chemical, heat, and water resistant. We must also, obviously, meet the challenges of privacy. Privacy with multiple redundant layers of security, all for the most important right, the right of life itself. The challenges, but what if? What if we integrated physics-based fire modeling, known as computational fluid dynamics, or CFDs? CFDs show us how a fire is likely to propagate. Could it be done in real time? In a 50-story building? Looking ahead in 4D and time certainly could provide the occupants an advantage. What if the commanders could know what to expect in the coming minutes and hours when thousands of souls are above the fire floor? Who has entered fire models immersively? Certainly it's possible. We have 3D models of our training center. Let's do the fire modeling and compare fires, training fires, to how plastics and modern combustibles burn. We can immerse ourselves in them, study fire behavior, and so can citizens, and remembering to learn 2 ways out of every structure and close the door behind them. They can see the importance of knowing the 2 ways out and closing the door, because if closing the door only provides you a little time, in these moments, seconds count. What if the ATF, NIST, and other federal agencies who do the gritty work of investigating fire deaths, including those of line-of-duty deaths, like this tragedy in Baltimore County, what if they did one less fire investigation, one less death investigation? What if we continue to learn from these computational fluid dynamic models and immersed ourselves into them and studied the fire modeling and the fire behavior, through the fire modeling, the fire behavior, both for citizens and firefighters, to learn about the dynamics of the fire and the dynamics about human factors, the decisions we make, both those citizens and the firefighters in those precious moments. I'm privileged to share a slide that is being supported by the Department of Homeland Security Next Generation First Responder Group. They're supporting research at NASA JPL on artificial intelligence for firefighters. Bravo on that work. Audrey will include computer vision and artificial intelligence. The auditory and visual output to the first responders will be titrated and based on their training, expertise, certification, and experience. These concept slides are from OrbiFire, the part of the work of the smart city designer, the Digi Group. It depicts an emergency call coming in and using real-time traffic data analytics so the time closest unit is dispatched. On the way, building information modeling is downloaded for use in AR. Once on scene, smart heat, smoke, and biotelemetry monitors will provide the responders information about the occupant's location and life health status. Consider the ever-expanding digital ecosystem and how the public of the future, especially kids, could learn fire and life safety through haptic touch and digital scent, so that they could learn to escape out the window and know what the odor of a house fire was digitally in VR. Everyone should receive real-time data in an earthquake, fire, flood, or active shooter incidents. All humans need a 911 Go app. With your help, it'll be equipped with facial recognition, the Internet of Things, smart city, and big data with a side artificial intelligence. It'll be displayed on our phones, heads up, and holographic light displays. Our modest beginnings are made possible by donations including point clouds, VR boxes, AR glasses, 360 cams, and high-def VR headsets. We at Cosumnes Fire Department and those we're sworn and privileged to serve would appreciate help. In the end, we all need it. All of humanity need it to see it built, and we'll have to work collaboratively to see it through. It'll be fun, challenging, and it'll save lives. We thank the many people who've generously helped us get off the road, or onto the road. Thank you to my senior staff, those at NFPA, DHS, and NIST, the other smart public safety fire geeks around the world who push forward in this work. to my awesome wife and kids who support me and are patient beyond measure. Most importantly, to all of you, thank you for your time and consideration in building a suite of smart life-saving solutions. Thank you.